My name is Louis today, Brother Louis, and I have a nice chapter topic, Fear not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. This talks about a true story that happened to the children of Israel more than 2,000 years ago. They were slaves for 400 years under the Egyptian, the empire of Egypt. And more God sent Moses to set his people free. And the Lord said to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel to turn and camp and for shall be encamped by the sea. And Pharaoh will say, The children of Israel, they are entangled in the land in the wilderness. And they shall then, you see, there are two kingdoms in this world, the kingdom of Satan, darkness, and the kingdom of Jesus Christ, the kingdom of light. We were all born in sin because of Adam and Eve. Every one of us, we belong to the devil at one time. Unless you accept Jesus, Lord and Savior, you still belong to the enemy. And Pharaoh, that represents the enemy, said, the children of Israel, these were God people, they are trapped in the land, the wilderness, and they shut in. And God said, I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that they shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all the army of Egyptian. They may know that I am the Lord. Now, God has the power to harden people's heart or to soften people's heart. The reason why God hardened the heart of Pharaoh, because he wanted to destroy him and all the army of Egyptian that they were coming to destroy the children of Israel, God people. So when the enemy thinks he has you, God, he already has a plan to set you free, to deliver you. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and his servant was turned against the people. They said, why have we done this? Why we let go from serving us? So the children of Israel, they were serving the Egyptian. So the enemy is coming against God's people. And he made it where his chariot took his people with him. He took 600 chosen chariots of Egypt, the captain, every one of them, and the Lord hardened his heart to Pharaoh of Egypt, and they pursued after the children of Israel, and the children of Israel went on high land. Now, it looks like God was not against his own people. God hardened the heart of Pharaoh because he wanted Pharaoh and his army to come after the children of Israel. God had a plan to destroy them. God has a plan to destroy your enemies if they don't stop coming after you. And the Egyptians pursued after them. They went after them with the awesome chariot, Pharaoh and the horsemen, and the army overtook them. And when Pharaoh denied, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were so afraid, the children of Israel, they cried out to the Lord. The enemy uses fear to come after you. He might use your family, he may use anybody to come after you, trying to destroy you. So fear is one of the weapon of the devil. It really fears, paralyzes you. And so they cry out to God. They say unto Moses, because they were not grave in Egypt, thou you taken us away to die in the wilderness. Wherefore is thou dealt with us to carry out for. See now, verse 11, it takes faith to trust God. They were in the wilderness, the children of Israel. They saw the enemy coming to destroy them, and they cried out to Moses. They said, when they grave in Egypt, for us to die in Egypt, that you brought us out here that we die in the wilderness. Moses did not bring them out in the wilderness to die, but to save them, because Moses was God's servant, and that's what God told him, to bring them in the wilderness. Is not this the word that we tell in Egypt, leave us alone, that we may serve the Egyptian? For it has been better for us to serve the Egyptian than we should die in the wilderness. When God hands this in your life, He's not going to allow the enemy to destroy you. And Moses said unto the people, fear not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord. Now, why Moses said, fear not? The enemy will strike fear in your heart when he comes after you to destroy you. And the first word that Moses, the servant of God, said, don't be afraid. And that's what God is saying to you today. Don't be afraid. Stand still. It means you don't have to fight this battle. God's going to fight for you. Stand still. It's very hard for us to stand still when we see opposition, when we see, maybe a family or friends or anybody, any enemies that we have that comes after us, they want to destroy us. It's very hard to stand still. It means you don't have to fight. Let God fight. We always want to fight back. We always want revenge. No, you let God fight for you and He will give you great victory. So we have to learn to stand still. Don't do nothing. Let God do it. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. You're going to see something. You're going to see God saving you. He has come to save you. And the Lord which He will show you today. And He said, today God is going to save you. For the Egyptian who you have seen, today you shall see them again no more. Because God was going to open up the Red Sea. The children of Israel, they were going to walk in the dry ground in the other side. And then when they went on the other side, God told Moses to stretch out the rod in the ocean. They were like walls. Those walls, they came together and destroyed the army of the Egyptian. And the Lord shall fight for you. You shall hold your peace. When God is fighting for you, you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to worry or have anxiety or fear, because God is fighting for you. So hold your peace. Don't do nothing about it. Just let God do it. Sometimes it's very hard to let God fight your battle. And the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore cry thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they may go forward. Lift up the rod, stretch over the sea, divide it. And the children of Israel, they will go in dry ground. And behold, I will harden the Egyptian, and they shall follow them, and I will give me honor on Pharaoh and all his chariot up on horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I got myself honor and Pharaoh up on the chariot and his horsemen. Now God had a beautiful plan. When the enemy were getting closer to the children of Israel, the sea was in front of them, and the army was behind them, very close. They had nowhere to go. They really thought that they were going to be destroyed. But God says, I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and they will follow them. The plan of God was to open up the sea, and the children of Israel will go through dry ground on the other side. There are times in your life that you find that there is no way out. Whatever trouble you're facing, whatever problem you're facing, God will open up the Red Sea. God will make a way where there is no way. That's the beauty about God, because He is all powerful, He is all knowledge, He is all wisdom. He can do anything, anytime, anywhere. So don't be afraid. Just watch what God is going to do in your life. When you don't see nothing is happening, just wait for God to open the door, or for God to make a way where there is no way. And that's what He did here. There was no way out. Only God could open the sea. And the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. The pillar of cloud went from before their faces, stood behind them. And He came between the camp of the Egyptian and the Israel. Was the cloud and darkened them, and He gave light by night. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back strong east wind all night, made the sea the dry land, and the water was divided. And the children of Israel went in the midst of the sea on dry ground, and water were a wall unto them in the right hand and the left hand. So God caused a big strong wind to divide the sea. There were like two walls, left and right. And the children of Israel, they walked through the sea, they walk in the dry ground all night. Can you imagine all night walking through dry ground? And it came to pass, verse 24, that in the morning watched the Lord look unto the host of Egyptian, and through the pillar of fire in the cloud, and troubled the host of Egyptian. He took off the chariot wheels, they drove them heavily, and the Egyptians said, let us flee on the face of Israel, for the Lord fight against us. So in the morning, when the children of Israel they walked in dry ground to the other side, God was watching the enemy, what they were doing. They were going after the children of Israel with the chariot right in the middle of dry ground. And God took the wheels off. And the Lord said to Moses, stretch out your hand in the sea, and the water may come again, Egyptian, upon the chariot and the horsemen. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and returned in his strength. And the appearing Egyptian fled against the Lord in the midst of the sea. So you will see that God destroyed them all, because the water, the big walls of water that was left about, they closed again when God told Moses to stretch out his rod. God is fighting for you. Where there is no way, God will make a way. You don't have to worry about anything. In Psalm 37, so 37:7, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prosper in the way, because of him who being wicked devised to pass. So this verse says to wait on him. It's hard to wait, but wait on him. And God uses many times problem and trouble to teach us to wait on him. So you wait on him patiently because God is fighting your battle. And don't fret means don't worry yourself because of those who prosper and those who bring evil things to pass. You don't have to worry because of the wicked, because God will punish them if they don't come to Jesus. In the book of Isaiah, (41:10), it says, those who wait upon the Lord, they shall mount up as wings as an eagle. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Waiting, it's not easy. Jesus had to wait many times for God's will to be done. Waiting, God will teach you to wait. And when you wait on him, God is strengthening you, is making you strong. You will run and you will not get tired. You will walk and you will not quit or faint. Now today, I believe you want God to fight your battle. For he says to you, fear not. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, whatever problem, trouble you have. But for God to fight your battle today, you must accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. You have to ask Jesus to wash you in your blood for every sin in your life, because you and I are sinners. And he is the Savior. Ask him to come into your heart. And today you must be born again. That's the only way that God is going to save you. God bless you.